Alright, you saw the second, you saw the first nighttime intro and the second overall sports combat rock and roll intro. This is the third and final version and the second nighttime version. Yeah, same topics, same everything. Reviews, rants on various topics, past, current events, various forms of media, comic books, manga, anime, cartoons, movies, etc. Yeah, this is the same video as the last one. This time the interest themes will be reversed. This time I will walk out the Kurt Angle's theme and Michael Logan's theme, More Than Ever, will play first. So, with that being said, let's get started right now. Sup people, it's time for another real life superhero rant. Part 2 webcam rant on unsupportive, toxic, tyrannical, two-faced, and many more parents. For those of you watching on for those of you watching on Facebook, I did four Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did 4 others that are already there. I'm not going to put those in the description box below because while I like those, they're kind of dated now. This is the most updated one. This one and 2 others I did are the most, on another fan page, are the most updated ones. And for those of you watching on Facebook, those other 2 will also be in the description box below, as is the fan page they're located on. Now, for those of you watching on YouTube, the other versions, they'll be uploaded sometime in the future because I did so many. I don't feel like uploading and getting them ready, so they'll be uploaded sometime in the future. Even though these 2 right here are the 5th and 6th one, they were the other 4 will be the other 4 I did earlier will be much later. But this is the newest one with this costume and song you saw in the intro. So with that being said, let me get started right now. Like I said in the short part 1 narration, sick of tyrannical, unsupportive, toxic, two-faced, and many more parents. Sick of them destroying and ruining so many kids' lives, and they and getting away with it. And I learned from Tommy Sotomayor and many other YouTube social media personalities that when you're in a position where you can no longer learn or gain anything from something, or at least undo the horrible thing that was done, you can, instead of moping around, being angry, throwing temper tantrums and hissy fits, which I'm prone to, you can turn your negative into a positive, and you can help those in need and prevent them from making the same mistakes you unfortunately made. And that's what, once again, what the real life superhero movement is about. I keep forgetting that. That's one of the main missions and main goals of that movement. Now, yeah. By the way, before any of you come here, the comments will be disabled on YouTube. But if any of you come here or respond to this video anyway, if you get along with your parents, there are no problems between you. It's a respectable father and son, father and daughter, mother and son, mother and daughter relationship, and both of you are there for each other. I'm not talking about you. I am talking about those arrogant, tyrannical, two-faced, unsupportive, opportunistic, inconsiderate, unaccountable, and many more based parents. Those who, like I said, ruined so many kids' lives, and that same kid, when he succeeds, thanks them, even though, yeah, they helped you, but it was also they were also the reason you were in that hole. You were in that hole in the first place. They're the ones who caused the problem. I'm sick of them constantly being at parties, being at fun events, when after they knowingly did something, when that same kid, you could be doing something else more productive and working towards your goal. I have a strict no fun policy with my family. Unless I set up the event, I agree to the event. Other than that is business, sports, shopping, shopping, and anything else I want to do or unfortunately have to do. Have to do. Gonna start off with the two-face, because this one was the worst. One thing I can't stand, when people wrong you. One thing I can't stand is when people wrong you. It's bad enough you can't even the score. You can't get even with them. But what's even worse is when you're forced to befriend, you're forced to accept, you're forced to forgive them and all the bad things they did to you. All the bad things they did to you. That happened to me a lot in high school and junior high, and even recently. My dad would always protect always defend whomever I'm fighting, whether it's a teacher, adult, or another student. He would defend that student as if that student was his child versus me, his actual child. Same goes to my mom. They would always, and when the adult situation was even worse, they would always be on the adult side. Even though the adult is wrong, especially if the adult was Afro-American. If it was white, they'll do a little bit. They don't do much against them either, but they'll get in their face if it's white, especially if it's a weaker white person. But if the adult is Afro-American, they won't do anything, even though it was the Afro-Americans doing all the wrong amount. Then they'll give me speeches about how racist white people are, but all the terrible things you see Afro-Americans, and I see them doing. And the white people don't do this. They prove me wrong and show me that they're better than what I expect from them. So, yeah. Yeah. The second thing, yeah, there were multiple incidents. One in physical science. When I nearly failed, I had a high B in the class. I messed up. This part was my fault. I messed up on multiple tests, and that brought the grade down. However, I gave all of my work to. I had two teachers, technology diploma, regular class. I gave all my work to the head teacher, and she graded it. She graded it, but didn't give it, for some reason, didn't give it to the assistant teacher. So the assistant teacher, this dumbass, gave me zeros for everything. And that took my B all the way down to a 50 something. Yeah, you don't go from a high B to a 50 something just for messing up on a couple of tests. And my dad, he was always on me. He refused to acknowledge that that teacher did something wrong because she was Afro-American. Had she been white, he would have been more in her face. But because it was Afro-American, he didn't. My mom, it was that, and she had another excuse, and that was I had already fought with her for something earlier, so she wasn't going to be on my side. However, my dad has no excuse, but neither one of them had any excuses. And the teacher, and then my dad, even after that, I sort of got even by ignoring that teacher, walking away from that teacher in the hallways, or walking away when she had to see me after class, and lying at a big time wrestling match that I thought I was going to lose, but actually ended up winning. Yeah, I thought I was going to lose, and I didn't want her to see me lose, and I didn't want her the next day to talk about losing. My dad was mad about all that after all the things she did. Then the teacher, she screwed me again with an extra credit group assignment. She said this was extra credit. This didn't count towards our grade. It was just for people who weren't passing to get some extra points. Me and the group, we failed the assignment. We failed the project, and this took my high C down to a 60 something, but down to a 67. But I managed to pass the final to get a D. Messing up. The good news is you passed. Bad news is I messed up my honor roll. I messed up my honor roll. I messed up my honor roll. So that was multiple examples of my parents being two-faced, not being there for me. Then the next one was a fight with a female, which was actually earlier that year. Now, what happened was, in class, I was angry and mad about a bunch of things, and the female couldn't take a hint, and I didn't want to be bothered, so she kept trying to touch, and what you call it, and I tried to push away and accidentally hit her. I could have apologized, but I didn't care. Because she had no business bothering me. So this woman later tried to get revenge by tripping me in the hall. So I shoved her and gave her a hard pie face pie face to the face, pie face to the face, pie face to the face. Since I got in trouble in 8th grade, suspended from school for nearly beating down a girl, I tried to, this is what I usually did with females, I chased after them, jacked them up, grabbed them by their shirt, jacked them up, grabbed them by their shirt, pie face, shove, or genuinely slapped, instead of, like in 8th grade, accidentally jumped on someone, pounced on someone like an animal, like a wrestler, and bombarded them with bombarded them with wild punches, I can't do that no more. So I would just slap, 60 fight, shove, pie face, my favorite, pie face her multiple times. Her being one of the first girls to be smart enough to sense that I wasn't gonna actually hit her. This SOB grabbed, and punched me multiple times, and another guy came and saw both of us fighting. Another guy came and attacked me and threw me into a gate. One of my wrestling buddies came to my aid, and that woman took off. That woman took off. One, my mom and dad were completely on her side. Two, not only were they on her side, two, forced me to forgive, and forced me to forgive. And this right here was the turning point. Before this, I was antisocial, didn't socialize much with it, and stood up to and fought anyone which go. After this situation, all the tease, all the bullying I had to accept from people in fear of getting in trouble, Now my parents did come in and speak on my behalf to prevent me from getting suspended, but what I'm mad about is they weren't on my side. They weren't on my side. They defended that woman as if that woman is your kid. So nowadays I treat them like those people I treat them how I treated those bullies. I am like I said, I am like distance towards them. I hate hanging out or doing anything that's not something I plan, or that's not work. That's not work. Like I said, work and fun zone only. And the third one, this was the worst one. This was wrestling in 12th grade. It was the end of the season was approaching. We were approaching the middle of the season. I saw my goal was unattainable. I wanted to win a big time championship on varsity, but that goal was unattainable. I just wasn't that good. So I decided to do a more realistic goal. And that was beat the schools, Tucker and Redan, the rival schools at our school. Retire with the win. Retire from wrestling with the win. After beating Tucker, my dad gonna sit up here and interfere in my spotlight and make the spotlight about him, not only about him, but especially about the coach who did so many horrible things, disrespected me multiple times, did the horrible things. My dad forced me to forgive a guy, wants me to forgive a person who did a bunch of horrible things to him, and I haven't been mentally sane since, and I absolutely hate and despise my dad for this, and since then have been doing everything in my powers to get even. But parents are doing stuff like this. First off, know what side they're on. I foolishly believed my parents were in my corner when that just wasn't the case back then. No side. If they're doing stuff like this, disassociate with them. Don't hang out with them. Don't associate with them unless it's achieving your goals. Still obey and listen to them, but don't hang out or associate with them. If they try to destroy or sabotage your future, or control your future and force you to be what they want you to be versus what you want to be or what you're trying to do, always stand up to him. I didn't fear of punishment. Badly wanted to knock him on his ass. Especially his wife, who's much weaker, much fatter, and also more cowardly and more tyrannical, and it's tough because someone like him is around. So I like beating her up. I like talking trash to her the most, and I often get even by bullying and talking trash. I like bullying females the most because they're always talking trash. They're always talking trash. They're always starting things with people and doing even worse of things because they know some strong man somewhere will what you call it. So I dedicate all my time and attention to them. And if they attack you, if they attack you in any way, fight back, fight back, fight back. They gotta learn their place in the world. You just can't go hitting people. You just can't go abusing and hitting people. That's power tripping. Yeah, I know. I know you fear jail, and also know what it is, what you fear, because parents will try to use any form of fear, any form of disability that you have, which they're supposed to help with. No, they didn't. My parents, my family don't mind. They use theirs. They use my disabilities to their disadvantage. The disadvantage to maintain some form of power, to maintain some form of power over me, and that's what you fear. That's what you fear. You fear their tyranny and poverty, and loss, being thrown out of your house, losing their belongings, privileges, and of course prison. So you know that is what you fear, not them themselves. You don't like or respect them. You fear them, and that is what. And those three things you fear. You don't fear them personally. You can take them down. But yeah, and they also attack you. Some tips on fighting. They most likely are bigger than you, have a strength better than you. So yeah, bop and move. Weak strikes mixed with strong strikes. Wear them down. You're the younger, faster and much more durable. Wear them down. Then punt and then take them out. Take them out. At least hit them hard enough to where try to hit them hard enough to where they'll back off or no, they can't do anything. Don't, like, even though I want to, don't hurt them like super bad to the point something they can't recover from, because then yeah, you'll really be in trouble. If it's just a light fight, yeah, your sentence will be light. So yeah, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. Because I don't want to be responsible for anyone in jail. This is just me. Yes, jail and all those punishments are worse, but not standing up for yourself wasn't even worse of feeling to the point I couldn't enjoy all the privileges I maintained. So that's what I'm talking about. Do what you want, but this is me. I'm just sick of seeing this, and I decided to use my platform and experience to help those in need. And for anyone out there, there's a problem once again me talking trash about Afro-Americans. As always, feel free to come and do something about it, because I'm the one you call when you need your ass kicked. Call Douglas Blair Roberts, the Super Beta 400, the real life superhero, the real life action hero, the neighborhood watch actor, the brown skinned human, the equalizer, and I will correct what your parents didn't do, and I will rearrange your jaw and knock you the hell out. Your parents didn't kick your ass, and your parents and forefathers didn't kick your ass when you were a child. I did. I will correct that wrong. I will kick your ass. Because I'm the one you call. And if you got a problem, if you still have a problem with that, in the meantime, suck it and take one of those while you're at it. Now, to see the part 1 narration version, the link will be in the description box below. Comments will be disabled on all videos like this, because I don't want them getting flagged or anything whenever on YouTube. And for those of you watching on Facebook, the links to the other fan pages, Rants on My Parents, Rants on Unsupportive Tyrannical Parents, will be there too, along with the link to the actual page itself. So, with that being said, if you want to hear the rest of the music and see the rest of the mannerisms, turn the video off right now.